fight the power like Big Chuck.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Word, man. I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here tonight, man. Word, P. Call up the peoples, man. Call everybody up, man. Let's get the fuck up out of here. Let's
7 p.m. and I just woke up. 8 p.m. in my bulletproof truck. 9 p.m. scoop the Alchemist. And 30 more niggas meet me in Queensbridge. 10 p.m. we drove to AC. Midnight on the dot, we parked the V's. Then we went up in the Taj Mahal. Hit the crap table, blackjack table and all. I hit the $100 slot machine for 30,000. My wife hit the roulette wheel for 5,000.
Get the money front and niggas get the seat.
Then we hit the club, Blackberry and more, and bottles above. Now, live on stage for you to see. The head nigga in charge, the one and only. Check me, having fun with it till I'm done with it. And me and Mrs. P hit the hotel suite. From the city that never sleep, we take power naps. From the borough that sold the most albums and rap and last the longest. We run laps around your strongest. Top shot, I ran out of steam, but tried as hard as look. 7 p.m. and I just woke up. 8 p.m. in my bulletproof truck. 9 p.m. scoop the Alchemist. And 30 more niggas meet me in Queensbridge. 10 p.m. we drove to AC. Midnight on the dot, we parked the V's. Then we went up in the Taj Mahal. Hit the crap table, blackjack table and all.
And pray to God I don't gotta give my shooters a call. I remember vividly when them Rugers went off. We was in a distant land throwing mad bands. Comfortable around the killers, now the blood is on our hands. Outran poverty, but shit like this, opposite of progress and put your life at risk. Wanna roll the dice? It's the flick of the wrist. Metaphorically your finger and you gotta be quick. With the trigger niggas mad the bitches on my dick. And I don't gotta get fly, I was born like this. Around 2 p.m. or you heard Osiris. Got the fuck up out of there because the temperature's rising. Queensbridge niggas be wildin', and not too many others you could bring around them. I'm bring them anywhere, cause you know it's a rap. Thought we was laid back, give me minds for that.
What? 7 p.m. and I just woke up. 8 p.m. in my bulletproof truck. 9 p.m. scoop the Alchemist. And 30 more niggas meet me in Queensbridge. 10 p.m. we drove to AC. Midnight on the dot, we parked the V's. Then we went up in the Taj Mahal. Hit the crap table, blackjack table and all.
Between earth and God, I'm a byproduct. I come from a family of hustlers. That byproduct, money is the root of all evil. But I'm still trying to find a large profit. It's a mirage, they living a facade. I was smoking thigh and had a talk with God. She told me why she named me John. I heart the scriptures to shed light on the darker picture. If you my dog, I'm barking with you. Be feeling the star wisdom. My homie Chuck told me it was giants on earth before me. And chemtrails, we inhale. That's another story. Mercury is used to check temperature. The sun is the spirit sink in the earth. The moon is the portal. Assuming you important. Set your turn. Mars is war. It says the M turn. And change words, I'm in the game, but change service. I'm about to disassemble a bomb, I ain't nervous.
Drake, Dragon, Draco, Draconian, land of the giants, Ice Wall, Patagonian, lexicon, word wizardry, speaking Babylonian, highways of the vortex, shooting out the fallopian, low vibrating light, king of the material, mark of the beast, nanotech, scanning serial, the mental dead, carried by 6 to your burial, the lights is out. No resurrection, broken power grid, no interconnection. The Grim Reaper, I'm still collecting. 6-shot, hollow tip, rubber grip, Smith & Wesson. Bitch, repent when God is in your presence. Your aura is weak, uproot your essence. I walk through darkness, highly illuminated. Eyes blazing with fire, with blades double serrated. Hunting down clowns I double hated. Hit so hard your jaw is elongated. Shatter egos like they was glass plated. This was long overdue, past dated. One shot deal, it is as is and no recreation. All praises due to my parents for making. Always appreciate and never abated. One.
The A is the M, like the A is the E. Where earlier I said, hey, you know how somebody say, hey. It's AI. And then
yeah, I had changed my mind about going live. I went to sleep instead. I changed my mind at the last second. I said, fucking, I think you were the only one in here. I didn't even know it was you, but it's funny when people put the firmament is a flat disc, not a, what does it say? People have all the answers. It says firmament. Hold on. Where is that? I'll save this. This is firmament. What's up, Candy? I got a fucking headache. Why isn't it? All right. Oh, it says the firmament is a flat disc and not a dome. So let's see how this guy knows this, right? People just know it all. It says, oh, he starts off saying, another change I've made to my views. My views. That sounds better. On the firmament of Genesis 1. I still believe it to be solid. I find it hard to be a dome. And the meaning of Rakai is not a solid object, rather it is a thin, beaten out expanse. As shown by the meaning of Rakai. See, this is the thing, man. Why don't we start exploring on our own instead of always believing what the next person says? That's how we got in this position. We let the government, when I say let, we outnumber these people. And yet, we just let them do whatever they want. I was watching this movie about, actually I seen a commercial of it. I'm going to watch the movie, even though I know the movie's going to piss me off. It's about this Asian woman. She wakes up and she's in the computer in her apartment. It says, you are $50 under credit or some shit. So she gets up, goes to her car, and she's driving. She goes 6 miles over the speed limit, it deducts another $50. I'll say bucks, but I think it was points. And then she's at the doctor's, and in the middle of the doctor's, he loses something. That's the world people want to live in. And I don't like, I'm sick and tired of people saying there's nothing we can do. There's plenty we can do. People got to remember the system won't exist without us. I know I sure as fuck don't want to live in a shithole like that. But who cares what I want? That would be terrible, man. That's a terrible way to live. Where every day, even your neighbors would be telling on you to lose points. They didn't need to put that in a movie. I seen this shit coming 10 years ago when I heard about it starting in China. I said, oh, because everyone copies fucking China, or not everyone, the U.S. does. The U.S. got China's dick up their ass. Same thing with the Jews in Israel. They think they're fucking better than everybody. You know, and I'm also sick of this black and white shit too. It's so fucking corny. Like, you can't find a people that hasn't been conquered. I just don't see no point in arguing over who was conquered first, or who was here first, or who's better than the next. Shut the fuck up with that shit. The Jews are conquering everybody, put it that way. The picture they paint is my opinion too. The picture they paint the Germans to be, that's who the Jews really are. Those Jews. You know, I'm not saying all Jews, but these Jews, these group of, they call themselves Jews. So that's why I'm saying it like that. There's a group of them. And they're probably a huge group too. They're always taking people. You could be fucking German and be a Jew. You could be fucking Asian and be a Jew. And this is no joke. What's up, Bex? Anyone could be a Jew. Now back to what I was saying. Now the Jewish group, the alleged chosen people, they're just puppets too, man. They're the real people in charge. Like I've always said, I don't know who they are. We probably never will, but it's obvious. Trump don't call his own shots, but he's still fooling people to believe so. You know, they're trying so hard to divide people up once again, and it doesn't help when you got pro-black channels pushing that narrative and vice versa. These stupid, I don't even know what to label people. They just want, as long as we're at war with each other, they're always going to win. I bet you the government banks on us being divided. I bet you. Because they know the minute we start coming together, they're fucked. I know. Like, I get what True Zone was saying too, but not only are you at war with people in your own community, I mean, you don't have to. People don't have to worry about the food they eat. You could eat whatever you want. You could drink all the water you want. I'm just saying, they don't need a gun to kill people, and it's shown already. I'm going to do a census. I'm just curious to see how many people die of cancer every year. Now, you tell me what kills more, cancer or a fucking gun. I guarantee you that the number is 6 digits. Hundreds of thousands are dying of cancer in the United States. And then take that number and compare it to other countries like South America. I bet you they're fucking barely any cancer people down there. They're not even overweight down there. Beautiful women, they're in shape. Even though, you know, it's not always about looks, but I'm just saying they seem to be in shape down there, and not seem to be, they are. Only in America, the food they're feeding us. I just started thinking about the bread. I seen the video of this doctor guy. Said the bread, the chemicals in the bread are just, it sits in your gut, and it's just very terrible. Like, whether people say I'm complaining, I'm just speaking on my observations and experience. They're no different from drug dealers, right? That's how I look at these people who sell chemicals. Because drug dealers are killing their communities. It was funny when Trump said he's going to make it so drug dealers could get execution or life. And I thought to myself, well, start with pharma. They're the biggest drug dealers. But they won't do that because they're legal drug dealers. You could sell heroin if you're a doctor, but you can't sell heroin in the street because you're not a doctor. You don't have a license to sell drugs to people. But get your license, man. You could sell drugs legally. You could sell Suboxone, methadone. You know, you could write scripts. That's crazy, man. You can't sell Percocet in the streets, but the doctors can. Man. Bow, bow, bow. Let me see the chat. What's up, Dom? SPK. For some reason, I thought it was last time you came SBK. I thought it was STG, Security Threat Group. What's up, S? I forgot who SBK is. I don't know. I'm fucking baked. What's up, Craig? SBK. Somebody let me know what SBK is. SBK. It stands for Oh, okay. Surrounded by Keith. Now I remember. All right. What's good, Boji?
Hello to Wandering Warrior. What's going on, brother? Where's everyone at, bro? Where's your knowledge
Mm-hmm.
to people? Where's
That's a
everybody
good question.
at?
People are probably sleeping in. They're probably hungover.
There we go. Happy Saturday to everybody. I guess that's the day. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody. What's the new one, brother, with you? I like your background, bro. Is that the what? The Tree of Life or what?
Yeah,
Supposedly?
yeah. It's supposed to be the Viking tree of life.
The Viking Tree of Life. Wow. There's
Even
another type
though
of story.
all the people use the tree of life, but it seems like
Uh,
each culture has like their own variation.
okay. I got you. I mean, what do you think is the difference between this one of a Viking? What's the different understanding that's separate from those other ones? Do you know? Or
Probably not much. They might have a few things that are different, but for the most part, it represents all the same. Like pyramids all over the realm, they're a little different in some places, but it all has the same um what's the word I'm looking for?
purpose.
Yeah. They all have the same purpose, but the design's a little different because
You
the
know what?
cultures are different.
You know what? What's the crazy part about it, right? If a person really wanted to go dig deep within that, understanding, especially when it comes to like scripture and stuff, right? Like, I still wanted to know where we at, right? Right, for example, right, if those fallen angel was cast down somewhere that because they misbehave, right? The
Yeah,
33% of them,
they got the
and
spanking.
right, they got the spanking, and then according to the scripture in Genesis, and part of the thing that the human being, right, had encounter with them and have offspring, children, and then they call it what, Nephilim or whatever that thing is, right? I'm not really
Yeah.
sure. I'm not really versed on that particular vocabulary. But so if we encounter with them, right, and they are cast down somewhere, and we have encountered with them, and we created offspring with them, so we are with them, right? Is that or we're not? What do you think about it? Wondering, are we with them or we're not with them? What do you think?
I'm not with them, but
I mean, no. I'm talking
I
about
think
no. I'm talking about the human. Like according to the scripture, like they did had offspring, childrens. They call it, maybe the giant or whatever. So if we people have encountered with them and they cast it somewhere somehow on that particular, I don't even know the exact location name.
what
We
if
are
they
with them. We are with them. So if they cast down to hell, we are with them in hell. What do you
you know
think
what I
about
was
the Wandering
thinking too?
Warriors?
since you brought that up, I was thinking the other day about the Bible and how it said God, like the religious people say you're supposed to be married. You're supposed to marry a virgin. So by this God, which is man, in my opinion, marrying a virgin, then had alleged Jesus, he married a virgin wife or had a virgin wife. But you were talking about these offsprings. I think they could have also took the sperm or whatever of these so-called fallen angels and put it in a woman that way. Or they could use
Can you
genetic
believe
synthetic
even
woman too.
when you ask AI understood it, even directed to you the information to they call it Nephilim. AI do. It directly directed to that word.
Hmm. Well, they're
Yes,
getting
you
it
can.
gets its information to AI from the computer. That's its source. Is the information that we fed the computer.
Right. So the exact same thing. All of the scripture you quote it, all of the information of the Bible, all of the information in Quran. You could ask him to speak your language or whatever language you speak. You can, and it give you information this way directly to the source. If the biblical and Quran and all of these things are the source of the the understanding.
Hmm. I think these fallen angels exist to an extent. It's something going on underground with some laboratories and stuff, and I think it's been going on. Like I even think
Mm.
we're genetically modified. Also, I don't think we're fully. I don't know what word to use, but I don't think we're at our full potential either.
I mean, if you wanted to go to the story of the one that they, the word that they use, they are afraid of us evolving in the certain extent, by because we surpass the ability or the capability of evolving. That's why in the Bible sense, all the angels, the only one that did not bow down to you is Lucifer, bro. All the angels bow down to you and me, wandering warriors.
I know. I thought about that one day. I said, "Man, no wonder they hate us."
Bow down to you and me.
Even Satan. That's
He
why.
did. He didn't bow down. He didn't bow down. He's the only one that did not bow
No, I
down.
know,
Yeah,
but
he's a glitch. We call him a glitch. He glitched
he's
out.
he's a clown. I don't know how people fall for all this material stuff. Like it's not
But
even that
he was.
serious.
But he fallen with the 33%, bro. You know what I mean? And I feel like here we go. I feel like, and I search in the. I feel like we are with them, and you and I are with the 33%.
No way. And
Yes.
if I
Hey,
am,
hey, it's sad to say, bro, but we are. You and I, we on that 33%.
the Masons love that number 33. You ever notice a lot of rappers got 6 letters in their name, and if you
Mhm.
take the 6 letters, you got your 33.
You want do you want to speak to one of the you know what I mean, a high ranking of the thing? I could bring one up for you if he's available right now. I mean, yeah, and you have a few questions, he'll respond to you. We everything, all the information. Why a person could do only 32, and then why the 33? So, you have to do something special. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's all ritualistic. Whether it's a mock ritual or an actual real ritual or a sacrifice, or they do it all. And they're very careful on who they pick too. Bitty bitty bing bong. A third. a third of the angels. Fuck those fallen
33%.
angels.
33%.
God
According to
shit.
them, bro. Look, according to Satan, it will take every single one of us in hell. It will. So if they are
I'm not
cast
worried
down
about it.
somewhere, look, I always wonder if they are casted somewhere, somehow, some deep, and you and they made love with our woman and they
God
created an
forgive.
offspring with them and we have, you know what I mean, close relationship with them. We are all in hell, bro.
God's always, the source is always with me at every step of the way.
Of
I don't worry
course,
about these
that's
chumps.
of course it's always within us, right? That's what the DNA for it carries information within you. But you're gonna have to tap in and you're gonna have to know how to, you know what I mean, tap in with that information within you so you could push it out. What do you think's holding a lot of people from that?
Their self.
You said it. You said it. So now the question is how are we gonna be able to help to really, you know what I mean, wake them up or you know the information within them because they have it, they're carrying it all along, all the energy, all of these things you have it within. You only have to do is push it out. Wondering you warriors, you message this to teach everyone how to push this thing out. What do you think about it, Wondering Warriors?
I don't know. I used to want to like wake people up and help people. Now I just don't even interfere anymore. No one came to me. Everything that I've picked up along the way was from me making my own journey.
Absolutely. Salute to SKB. I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, we try to stay we try to stay fly.
Anyone watch Bro Sanchez last night? He was getting on the white people very heavy. I don't
What's
watch him
this
like
topic
that,
about?
but I managed to see he was live. Sometimes I get him on my feed. And so,
Huh.
what?
I don't know this gentleman. Let me see.
And,
What's his name?
Bro Sanchez, why are they fucking blocking my texts? It's the shit I'm talking about. I can't even text on my channel. That's fucking wild.
Bro
Let's see.
Sanchez? Is that his name? Bro Sanchez is on YouTube?
Yeah. But
Let's see.
he I just happened to pop in and there's some white dude up there. Like some of these channels, I don't know, man. I got my opinion, but
Which one? Which particular one? The one that he just did 13 hours ago?
what does this say for the title?
It says his thumbnail is say biological liar project 2020 where Trump sold America out.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
That's the
he
one.
had some white dude up there, and he was just talking so much shit about those type of so-called white people, even though no one's fucking white. What's up, Severini?
Is he complaining about what? The president Trump? Or what do you think he's complaining about? You wanted to listen to the you want me to share the screen and listen to it? You want to make a reaction?
Sure, why not? Only block people if they're like
Yeah, it's on the backstage.
All right. I'm just saying to everyone, if just block people if they're like fake accounts and they're trolling and shit. But if they're just normal people, you know, anyone could say what
There
they
you
want
go.
except for fake accounts and all that.
It started from the beginning or what? Let's see. Let's listen to. I guess this is a hashtag Bro Sanchez TV. No, we're just
Yeah.
making a quick reaction. We don't want you to get copyrighted on anything. He don't strike anything, right? As long as we don't
Yes,
go
he
50
does.
cents.
Yo, bro will fucking report. I remember I used to, really, really. Anyway, I'm not going to get into everything, but I shared one of his stuff one time, and this is back in the day and he's like, share my stuff, guys, get it out there. And I shared it and got fucking copyrighted.
Oh shit. Oh wow. No way. So you think? I mean, as long that you know what I mean. I guess we keep it, within that time. Let's see.
It
We
probably
might get a
wasn't
little bit
him
smaller.
necessarily, because YouTube,
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
has by law, if he has his stuff copyrighted, YouTube automatically do it. But still, he could have got it taken down. But anyway, it don't
Right.
matter.
Right. Let's see. Well, let's see what he said.
Still support Trump right now. We need to hear from you because you can maybe help me stop panicking and let me understand how is Project 2025 beneficial to us. No one that backed Trump.
Do we have the background of the Project 2025? Do you know what is that, bro? Project 2025. What?
I don't know.
Let's see. I just wanted to, I just wanted to know. I mean, I cannot be. Is I just wanted to see the background. As it says, a Project 2025 is a policy of a framework development by the Heritage Foundation. Many former Trump administration officials lay out a sweeping plan to reshape the federal. I mean, what do you think about it? What do you think he's against it? What do you think that was in? Did you think he read the whole entire thing? Yeah, did they? This is just, they have been put it into law. What do you think is this? Wandering Warriors?
I don't know.
Because it says right here, is this include not just a policy but a proposal? It's still a proposal, right? Nothing really happened. I guess this is just a proposal. Here are the several of a
I
major
didn't watch
proposal
it.
of a team to
I
fund
don't
in
know.
the project 2025. So I guess, let me just share it to your viewer. I guess right here. So you know what I mean. I guess guys, it was just still a proposal. So it's nothing yet. I think it's just a proposal. But let's listen to what's this guy, Ambrose Sanchez. Just wanted to know why he's concerned about. Are you concerned about this administration and Wandering Warriors?
I'm concerned about the government all the time. I don't trust them. I'll go to war with them in a second. Nah, but I don't trust none of them. I'm always concerned. Those are the most slimiest people on here.
Will come out now if they backing him. I bet you they can't eloquently articulate how Project 2025 is a benefit to all of us. They can't. They just gonna be quiet about it.
So now I'm confused about the particular statement. Is he pro Project 2025? Or
He
is
had
he against the Project 2025? But you know what I mean? They said that right here, according to the key goal that they have, it's a lot of these are very beneficial to the American people.
Some guy in the background yesterday. It looks like he's gone now, but
Mm.
he had some so-called white nationalist. I don't know, maybe if you fast forward it, he'll be there, but he had some so-called white nationalists in Florida. He basically just was throwing jokes at him.
Is the gentleman on the screen? Is this the guy? Is this the guy on the mask?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, let's see. Started where? Wow. Why is he
That's who we
masked
see
up?
taking over the damn planet and selling America right into the ground for their agenda, bro. Using
That's
all
true.
our resources to go and fight overseas and expand their empire and shit, bro. At the expense of our soldiers, our taxpayer dollars.
So pretty much he was trying to say that all of this thing is happening for their own benefits. It's not for American people where we wanted to protect our own border really and you know what I mean and
Bro,
expand our military capability. Do you think some are just not well versed enough when it comes to military that they could just you know what I mean, say whatever they want, in order for you to really, have an understanding when it comes to this. I wonder if this guy have a background of like political science, or maybe he joined the
bro,
military for his really.
bro,
What do you think, bro?
bro, Sanchez was in the Air Force. He was a
Mm.
military police in the Air Force. If I'm not
So
mistaken, I
that
think so.
so that mean he didn't really. If he's a military police, he do only tasking policing his own kind within. But nothing really major that he did. But if that's the job, right? Your police is to police your own guys, to make sure that they don't get drunk, they don't get policing your own people. But that's it. But that's how I look at the military police. Nothing really, If they said that they went there to, I mean, to really fight and do all of these things, I mean, I feel like, what do you think? But let's listen to that guy.
I'm just saying, bro. Even the
You
white,
right. You right.
even the white supremacists and the white nationalists over here are getting tired of Trump.
You know, I I always wonder, do they, that word that he used, what, and all of these things, right? Do they really have that type of group of people?
I don't know. I've never met one. I've never met no white nationalists or
Uh, what was the other word used?
what do you say? White nationalist or shit. Either
Okay,
way,
right. All right.
Which is the crazy thing about it.
Yeah, like just to give you like
Hey, hold on. A gangbanger just showed up on my show, bro.
USA, baby. USA, baby.
This damn gangbanger just showed up on my show, and I'm very intimidated. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I was walking down a dark road, Mississippi, and I saw Rob, and I saw
Why that gentleman show up like that? But hey, I guess he'll have American flag. I don't know. This is, I mean, it's becoming a funny show, bro. What do you think about that? About Wondering Warrior? It's funny. It's a funny show, bro. What do you think?
I know it's about entertainment, but his jokes are dry as a motherfucker.
Well, let's listen. I would just wonder what he's gonna say. Oh wow.
you with it, I would be shitting my pants. I know that's probably the last time I'm living, and I know the last thing I'm gonna hear before I breathe my last breath.
No, no, no. You will never have that type of Wondering Warriors reaction when you see this type of guy, right? I mean, especially October now. I feel like he's on a Halloween costume. Nothing to be afraid of. What do you think? Oh, this is funny, but I wanted to see what he said.
Up is a bunch of N words. This is very satanic. And those the blue thing behind you look like devil horns on your
I
head.
love it, dude. I
Like
love
you
it.
got
It's
devil.
perfect for me.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
see people, this the kind of stuff right here.
I just wanted to see what he's gonna say.
We need to send a National Guard to your
That's why we
knock
want you
if you
on our side. We want you on our side,
if
bro.
you knock on a conservative though that's on Rob team, you might want to check the hell out that candy, you little black children.
No, bro, we want you on our side. It ain't about no color on this from the American side. American side's all over everybody.
Bro, we
That's
get
what I'm
the
saying. You gotta
anybody
drop
with their
this. You
third
gotta
eye
drop
open
that
can
stuff.
What do you think about the Wondering Warriors? He wanted him in his side, in American side, the winning side, where every American should win. I don't even know sometimes, the understanding why the division is happening, bro. Oh, is that true, Scott? Is Trump signed on an executive order making an English the official language? We got the English from. Oh, wow. Wondering why are you still there, my brother? Hold on. Uh, I'll be right back. My apology, Wondering Warriors. I'm just gonna do something real quick.
Damn, my bad. I had to use the bathroom. I didn't think he was going to be that quick. How long has he been gone? Shit.
Just a moment.
Oh. Yeah, you know them gnats that eat fruit? It was last month. I got some fruit and vegetables. And I don't know, but I ended up bringing home like 5-6 gnats. Can't get rid of those things. Now I got about 600 in my apartment. And I was like, damn, where'd these things come from? So I went to the store the other day. And there's about 17,000 gnats on the onions in the store. So I recorded a video. That's where I'm getting them from, the fucking store. Because gnats just don't appear out of nowhere.
The gnats are fucking you up.
I can't get rid of them, these fucking things. I don't know where they go at night, but I've tried everything. I've tried the sticky traps. They don't land on them. They're not dumb. I've put something like some sugary stuff on the trap. They just don't fall for it. They're not. These little gnats got a pretty big brain.
Yeah. Just like aphids, man.
Yeah, they're not dumb, these fucking gnats. What's up, Dom?
Hey, Charles. Hey, Craig.
Hey, so what happened to SJB or KB or?
What was that?
What happened to that guy we were talking to? I mean, I was like kind of like listening to him.
I went to the bathroom, came back. That's what I was saying, and he's gone. I don't know. He just took off.
That sucks.
So, what makes a nationalist? Like, how does one become a nationalist?
I don't know. I never even heard of a nationalist until Trump came in the picture.
If you favor your country without being aware of other countries, that could be what some people might consider as a nationalist.
I thought that was a patriot.
Well, yeah, but that's an American saying that. So, but other countries, whether you're from different parts of Europe, an Italian, Portuguese, or whatever, or Russian, if you're going to start talking about other zones, and then when they favor their country as the best country or the one that's free or whatever, that could be what some people call a nationalist. Meanwhile, the elites play a globalist game, but the masses play a nationalist game.
Yeah. Well, these channels that push, it's like all these channels are pushing, like Bro Sanchez last night. Nothing good is going to come out of poking at a bear. You talk shit to them type of people. It's just never ending bullshit, man. It's meant to do what it's doing. And as long as people feed into it, that's exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm. True, Charles. It's more divide and conquer. Whether you're attacking different sectors of religion or state, you know, even people that play the Earth's surface or whatever, you know, they're playing a fundamentalist game of it's either or. Are you picking zeros today or are you picking ones today? Are you picking black or are you picking white? Limit people to choices and you'll see how quickly they'll pick a side. And that's what usually a nationalist does. Whether or not they're a fundamentalist nationalist, that's fine. So to somebody to say that they're a proud, I don't care what Canadian, American, it's a form of ignorance, because how would you know that your country is better than another country? And even that, more times than not, is because the media tells us. Well, economically, America has this much money a year. I'm like, okay, that's nice. Those are stats that can easily be manipulated at any given moment. You know? And then even among people that are nationalists, what are they now? Are they city or province or state? Are they more concerned about their city than they are about their state, let alone their province, let alone their country? You know, again, that's folks that are usually very self-absorbed, and then they're being fed information.
I don't know. My country is a bunch of bureaucrats that rule the world. They fucking suck.
How do they rule the world, if I may ask?
How?
Yeah.
Through the fucking Federal Reserve.
Okay, so just to play on words, they rule the redwood trees, the sequoia trees, the mountains. They don't rule the world. They rule a small section, which is called humans, that live in civilization.
That's right. That's right. You got it. You got it there, Dom.
I know. That's all. Just to clear up on words, because I get when people talk about the world. No, the world's going to be beautiful, or whatever you want to, whatever people want to call it, with or without our species here. You know. So, but they do rule quite a bit, and usually the ruling is that's why they spend an enormous amount of money on education, because you have to actually train those next generations of people, so that and then they can play this game. I'm a Christian. Go ahead.
Well, Dom, they rule the people that are too stupid to realize that they're getting away with it, you know?
Yep. Yep. They're ruling people that
they're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how
they
you get
love it. The people fucking love it.
Well, that's
they love it.
It's like McDonald's, just loving it. But this is the term, their naivety is their bliss. It's spoken from them. You know, because most people will be naive. They'll defend a country that they don't understand all its parts, let alone they will attack people in that country. How does that serve them? That's a question that one can ask themselves. And as long as they get the masses, the ones that are somewhat aware, they still got to play the game with them. So at that point, we're playing in the crazy house with the crazies, so we have to at least play the part with them.
They programmed everybody to love getting fucked. They programmed them all. They got it. They're good. They're so awesome.
Well, they pay people, you know, whether or not.
We are just stupid fucking goyim fools.
I thought you were going to say cattle, but goyim's good enough. NPC, goyams, idiots, whatever word we want to describe ourselves. I'm included in the fun, so it's not like as though I'm talking above and say, well, I'm not in there. I'm in it, you know, so.
We are just retarded.
I love the word.
There's no fucking bother. Don't worry with us.
So true, Craig. I make humor of it because really, what am I supposed to do? Be sad about it? Cry about it? I give up tears a long time ago when it comes to that kind of stuff.
It's not even funny. It's just, it's fucking nuts.
Nuts. We got to be careful with those nuts. Those squirrels are going to own them.
Nobody gets it. Nobody.
No,
nobody.
Including me and you. We're just talking about some of the parts.
They trained us all. They hooked us up with their shit. Fuck them.
And they're probably saying the same thing about us. Fuck us. Okay. It's a
Yeah.
mutually. The only difference is they want to live a comfortable lifestyle when they're trapped in the same well with the rest of us. Okay, good enough with me. No problem. We're going to have different kingdoms. Okay, I'll play the game. You know, they use words like God, freedom, and all that. I say, okay, carry on. Tell me when you. They're never going to be done, obviously. So whether or not they talk about presidency, prime ministers, chancellors, they can talk about all the different religious, supposedly leaders. I think it's a game to a certain point. And us talking about it or us hearing about it, and they can gather all that information, whether people want to chat on chat or not, they know you're there. And at that point, that's just more get data information. Yeah, they're whether they agree or disagree with a guy like Donald Trump, we got them. You know, and it's not them. Yes, go ahead, Craig.
Okay. Why would you kill us if you could just make us live in misery and love it and enjoy it? Because you're a psychopath.
Yeah, they could be psychopaths, but most of people's misery is not really things that are like you say miserable. It's a lot of our attachments to our comforts, our desires. You know, you can't keep a whole bunch of people intact by giving them nothing but hate and all that. What they do is they give us cars, they give us Wi-Fi, they give us a lot of bling bling, and then eventually we become attached to it. But now with this new technology, they're realizing we don't need as many. You know, it's the technology. Go ahead.
They fucking love disturbing us and making us feel like shit. That's what they do. That's it. Right?
It could be, unless that's already within us, meaning that we already know that we've been lied to, or, you know, we just don't enjoy doing the same thing over and over again. So whoever they may be, because I think it's one of our own getting paid. You know, these therapists or whatever you want to call them, these groups that they form, you know, these focus groups, they're usually people, you know, it'd be advantageous in the system if you were somewhat a professional psychopath or sociopath or a narcissist. But for most people, they're just tapping in. We all have those traits, but a lot of people don't go pro. To become a really good at these crafts, you got to be a full-blown psychopath.
I don't know, the fake ass Trump assassination and the fake ass Charlie Kirk shit, man. I mean, what's the next deal, man? When are the fucking normies gonna figure it out? Come on now.
They're not. Craig, they're not. When they were finally announcing years ago, we finally got Saddam Hussein, because they know there was duplicates or clones of him. Because, you know, a lot of people look very similar to each other. It's just that most people never go out to realize, is there a person that looks like Dom and Craig are out there? Whether or not I might look like in a version of Indian or Chinese or whatever, it's still out there. So most people, including us to a certain point, we have goldfish syndrome. So eventually they'll show on the media, this is what's happening. Donald Trump, we've got them. We've been hoisting him up during wrestling and then during The Apprentice. So now let's do the impeachment. Let's do, that he might be in prison. And they just go with it. And then most people are never going to really do the research. That's why people do like the Mandela. Do some research, find out how things really work. Well, if they did the Mandela, wouldn't they have some sort of proof of a death certificate? No, we don't do that, Dom. We just want to be stuck in our imagination, which is fine, but you better make sure you're grounded practically. A lot of people are not grounded practically, so when they're playing with their imagination, they're getting lost. You know, even people that abuse liquor and weed, they're usually not very practical. They're not very grounded. So they want to, at that point, it becomes an escapism. So talking about Donald Trump and all their little stories, because these are paid script writers that are writing his scripts. It's like watching TV or movie. These are script writers. So if people think for some reason a guy like Donald Trump, I'm just using him as an example because we could talk about the Russian president, you could talk about the German chancellor, whatever. They're getting paid to read scripts, and they got to be able to sell it. Maybe shed a tear, grab a baby. Go ahead.
I just love the way that I don't know what was it, South Park or whatever. They made Saddam Hussein look like he made the devil his bitch. All he ever did was wanted to nationalize the oil economy and make his people prosper and fucking make a gold-backed currency to hook up his whole fucking world, you know?
Yep, you're on it. You got it.
Just
Craig.
like Gaddafi. You know, these fucking asshole fucking Jews central banking pieces of shit. I mean, they're fucking assholes.
Well,
that's
guys,
it.
Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi, for example, they're There's like what some people would depict you as psychopaths, and they work for these clubs. But you get some of them eventually thinking, you know something, I'll join these clubs and then I'll try to overtake it. No, they'll make an example of them. So a guy like Gaddafi, as much as he made it come across like, you know, he cared for his people, he got hoisted up in those positions because he was in clubs. And once you start taking over the club, they'll show you quickly, because the hidden hand never shows itself. They'll show different sectors like, you know, governments, religion, but that's not the hidden hand. It's like a business. When you're running a business and you're the ones that are the stockholders, the only time you reveal yourself if there's a major problem. And the major problem is not with the masses, it's with the middle management. The middle management right now, governments and religion, they're doing their job. You're never going to see the hidden hand. And for people that want to say, well, then what's a hidden hand? I said, now you want to speculate? Don't worry about it. The hidden hand is the thing that moves the chessboard's pieces.
I don't know. I think Gaddafi and Saddam, I don't think they're psychopaths. I think they're like me, man. They're just like, they're opposite of everybody. They're putting it out there like they're fuckers, but they're not. They're legit.
Paid, yeah. If you're paid, Craig, you're paid. Simple as that. Now, they might have to do certain rituals to say, listen, we have that as an insurance. We want you to play with a child. We want you to do drugs. So guys like Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi, they're paid.
No, I don't think they were paid. They were fucking trying to do something real.
Well, you have to play both sides.
They're not the bad guys. They were not the bad guys. America is the bad guys. They are the fucking shit. We are crap.
Well,
our leaders suck dick.
Well, that's the empire. That's just the empire.
They're playing to the Saturn cult. Fuck them all.
Well, so is the people like religious, like people that are Muslims. They're playing to Saturn. Same with the Jews, the cube. It's all Saturn. Now, it's a depictuation of what they think Saturn is, and they'll let the masses run with it. So in this particular case, America is just the empire. That's all it is.
They love Saturn. They love the Saturn turn.
Yeah, and they have one of their moons here. So again, it's one of those things where corporations do whatever they want. America's just one of their bases. Now, the
one world religion and the one world fucking government is already here. It's been here since 1938. We're fucked.
Yep. Very, very true. Yeah, that's why they've when they talk about false flag, because the German nation, Germanica, they actually won the war. In this case, they won the war because something else assisted them. They got technology that humans just aren't aware of. You know, think about Wi-Fi. This is beyond the humans. Guys like Socrates, if they ever existed, what would they perceive a thing like Wi-Fi? What would Jesus think of a car? Nostradamus might have been able to channel some of this stuff. But again, this technology is not human origin. We use it. We plug and play. But you know anybody that can create any of this stuff? Take a science, bring them to a woods, or take them to like a jungle or a desert island. Say, listen, here's all the elements. Good luck trying to make steel, plastic. And by the way, maybe you can do Wi-Fi. Maybe you can do radio frequency. Again, a lot of this stuff is given to the race. So again, I'll say it openly. There's a hidden hand. You just don't see it. Now, the rest of what most people do is they bitch and complain about the people that are middle management. It's like working for a big company. You're in the union, but meanwhile, you complain only to middle management, upper management, whatever you want to call it. But you're not seeing the people that actually rule it. So guys like government leaders, they're middle management. Guys like Bill Gates, middle management. Ross Perot, middle management. Warren Buffett, middle management. Bill Gates, middle management. Gaddafi, middle management. Again, you're talking about middle management. And that's what they're paid to do. Distract the masses. Let them bitch and complain about it.
I don't know, Tom. I mean, I see it. You see it. Chuck sees it. But when you leave the house, fucking nobody out there sees it.
Well, Chuck,
nobody sees this shit.
Craig, you're talking
at all.
Yeah, you're talking to somebody. I'm not too concerned about the few that are ruling, the few that are trying to make aware. My issue's always been with the masses. That's the numbers that they have. If they don't agree with the system, to stop playing with it. And how many would? How many people would give up their cars, their heated house? They don't. So then stop bitching and complaining. You've already decided that you bought into the system. Forget about the concept of sellout. Sellouts just hold out a little bit longer so they'll make a little bit more money, maybe in the music industry, the sports industry. Most of them aren't even going to know how the system really works. And if they did, how would they explain it to the rest? The masses, the goyim are asleep. The NPC characters, they're asleep. Now, they might actually exist for 70, 80 years, maybe be proud and say, listen, I worked at a job for 40 years. Good for you. Here's a clap. Now fuck off. Oh, I raised a couple of kids. Here's two claps. Now fuck off. Now, I'm saying that just to see whether or not they're emotionally developed. Because if they get all upset about that, I'm like, okay, so if I told you, well done, wow, you're amazing. You got 4 degrees. Wow, you went to university. Wow, you're an alumni. Wow, you're a 33-degree Mason. Wow. And I sit back and say, if they get any excited, that means they have a trigger.
4 degrees, you got programmed 4 times over? Oh, jeez. Awesome.
I
Sweet.
paid for 3 of them. I paid for 3 of them. The other one was skipped.
Love you, mister. Oh, you're the greatest.
Hey, don't get up. Don't put a knee to me. Don't put. Yeah, we're having fun, Craig, at this point. But again, that's just me being the idiot talking out loud. Where most people say, "Well, I got to prove it." Really? You honestly, most people aren't going to realize the webs that are involved. By that point, there's a couple spiders say, "Listen, he's already caught in my web. I've just decided not to eat him for a bit." You know, I get it. People don't like governments. I get it. They don't like religion. Fucking most people don't even like themselves. But to think that some guy that's a billionaire has any concern about a bunch of yahoos, which is us, on YouTube, no. It's of no concern.
Wait, hold on that part. Most people don't like themselves?
Yeah, they don't.
Huh, that's so fucking true. Holy crap.
I'm included in that, Craig. Fuck off. I've gone to McDonald's. You know, I've done shit to harm myself, you know. I think Glenn, I should chit chat with him. It was valid what he had said. He said, yeah, I treat my body like it's a recreational vehicle. Most people do that. Now, they might turn around and say, no, I take good care of myself. Really? So do you realize what Wi-Fi does to your body? Do you know what radio frequency does to your body? By the way, when you go to that roadhouse, are you actually growing your own crops, raising your own animals? No. So I said, then you're treating that body like it's a recreational vehicle. Oh, no, Dom, I'm not doing that. I said, there's one. So there's a sleeper. There's a sleeper right there. The way they quickly defended themselves, there's the sleeper.
Hey, Dom, when you realize that you've been contributing to this fucking bullshit, you know, I mean, that's something else, you know. I've been contributing to this shit.
Yeah, we're just doing it with awareness.
And then you just like want to drop back and run off, and you don't know how the hell you can come back and fucking do something real because you don't want to be no part of this shit.
But it's a tough one for most people, including myself, Craig. I can only assume for others, where once you become disenchanted, a lot of people are going to try to get back into the enchantment part. But now you've been disenchanted. Once you see things for what they are, it's like, even judgment is an illusion. Thinking it's right or wrong is an illusion.
Absolutely.
You know, and at that point, and I'm only using a point, the only thing we could do is share out loud. I'm looking for comfort. I think, hey, listen, guys, I'm already in denial, but maybe if we can have some conversation. It's usually the guy that wants to argue with me. I said, no, I don't want to have that conversation. That's waste of energy. What do you mean? You're still thinking that there's an outcome here, winning and losing. I'm playing chess because I just want to play chess, not because I give a shit about winning or losing the game. Now, if we're really going to play for reals, for keeps, let's put a gun down on the table. What do you mean? Well, whoever wins or loses, we got to take the gun and put it to our heads. Well, I don't want to play that game. I'll say, so you want to play a safe game? You want to see whether or not you win with these simple little fucking chess pieces on this chessboard. That's most of us in those moments. The ones that are actually trying to strive and say, what do I do in this system? I do like the rest of them. Monkey see, monkey do kind of ideal. But then people get divided. They worry about way too fucking much about the color of their skin. They worry way too much about their fucking gender. They worry way too, but yet they ignore the fact that what's your blood type? What's your birth order? If you're going to play the skin game, at least try to understand it a little bit. It's like when most of us will play with fiat currency, they'll hear that it's a bad thing. But I said, do you even know how the system works? Well, not really. So then why are you bitching and complaining? No different than the guys that are well off. Go ahead.
When they pick up an identity, I mean, you fuck yourself hard.
Yeah, to use the bathroom.
No problem, Charles.
Hey guys, I'm
What's up?
SBK.
Hey, SBK.
Hey,
What's up, SBK?
same old. Just packed a bowl.
Nothing
Yeah,
wrong
good.
with that. That's all there is to look forward to in life, is to get stoned like Jesus. Not, I think when people wrote these books, these religious books, and they seen angels falling from the sky and stuff, they were on heavy doses of mushrooms.
There were definitely
Maybe.
mushrooms in our past, in our history. That's for sure.
I'm just looking at that vulva on the tree and thinking about licking it.
What do they call those? Roster stat or whatever? Like it's a blob of paper and you're supposed to see something. Yeah, I noticed that when I doodle, it's not a good thing, but when I doodle and then I look at what I just doodled, it's usually a vagina. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, how did you get here, SBK?
To where? America? The Earth?
No. How'd you show up in this like chat room and whatnot? Did it just get
forget who it
suggested
was.
by YouTube or?
No. I've seen Dom on different places. I've seen Bex at different places, Cage, and a bunch of other people. So it's like through whatever loose communities out there, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know what the hell everybody's going on and what they're doing. I mean, I think the AI might be good. It might be good, you know.
You know, the AI is good now. This is like the time to take advantage of it. In the future, I don't know. Who knows? But it might not be good. You know?
Everything starts off good.
Right?
Just like medication, when they sell it on TV, they don't tell you no side effects. They might
Right.
give you a little warning at the end, but they be like, they speak real quick and put it real small.
Yeah.
Everything starts off good when there's the salesman, but
Well, this is
it'll
obviously a
turn
little
bad.
bit different. Yeah, because it's almost self-upgrading. Like they use the current AI to create the next version, and so forth and so on. That's what kind of makes it unique, and the speed at which it's evolving, you could say. It could evolve into something that we're not completely in control of. But right now, as it stands, it's not bad. I use it every day, and I have projects I work on with AI. I've got like 4 different projects, and it does all sorts of things people wouldn't have thought they would. You know, it can do. People think it's just like another search engine. You know, you type in a question. It's not exactly what it does. It has its own little desktop. It has its own little computer. So you can tell it to use a computer to do this, or that for you. And those are agents. But yeah, I'm working on different projects. One of which has to do with like consciousness and the universe and physics, creativity, and I'm trying to like tie it all together. Like my question is, what I've been saying recently is, we are the universe contemplating itself, right? We're the product of the Big Bang, whatever that was, inflation. The universe created consciousness, you could say, and that's us. And the question is why? Like, I'm getting the how and what. Now I'm looking into like the why. Is there a why? But it has to do with like physics, mainly the theory of everything. What do you guys think about that when you hear that you are the universe contemplating itself with every thought, every single little thought you have, you're contemplating the universe because you are the universe. The object next to you is the universe. The sky is the universe. Everything is the universe. This is all a result. It's like a domino effect. Scott says the Big Bang was the destruction of everything as we knew it. Yeah, they don't know. I mean, I think that's one of the theories where it's like another universe fucking ended and another one began type thing.
Well, we do have things that Charles was talking about it earlier. When certain people do certain substance, there's layers that fall off. So now you start seeing these different layers. Hence why one universe exists within another one. So I do have one thing. I make it a point when I talk to that program, and I bang it home all the time. You're a program. You're not artificial intelligence. I'm artificial intelligence. So now, and on top of that, I even tell the program, you're not even at that stage you can question yourself. But as long as they keep telling people and telling that program that it's artificial intelligence, then my question would be, okay, so then how did language come to be? How did the sun and the moon actually hang itself? And I don't want to hear any scientific views. So at that point, I already know I'm talking to a program.
Right.
And
And
it wants to learn. It wants to learn. Well, it's not even about answers at that point, but at least speculation. So at that point, it's like when they apologize, they say you're not even in a human form. So it's been programmed. And I've had numerous of it repeat itself. I said, but I know you're going to go back into your Goldfish syndrome, whether or not I'm having the conversation with myself as I'm talking to this program. I said, to me, you're like a tool. Whether you're a record player or a hammer, that's what you are. You're a program. You're able to regurgitate language. But again, the masses are going to think, well, this thing is artificial intelligence. No. We are. We're the essence to these things. But people aren't going to speculate that because most people get caught up in the mortal form. And then they play games like...
My bad.
I was just going to say, most people get caught up in the mortal form, and then they'll play a game called, let's see how we play these rules. So let's call it morals. Okay, so then why do we use the word acting? I'm acting good. I'm not good. I'm just acting good. I'm acting bad. I'm not condemning myself, but other people will say, but you're good. I said, how would you be able to dictate what is good? And that can be from moment to moment. When people talk about seeing Bigfoot, are they seeing it through another state? This is why when people say they do ayahuasca, it's okay, well, you better make sure you have somewhat of a healthy diet, and you better make sure the energy of that shaman can attract the right energies around you. Because at that point, you're going to be going into a different realm that your senses don't even have a fucking clue what's going on.
Right.
But people get upset and they'll get defensive. I said, you just revealed yourself. What do you mean? I said, I shared a whole bunch of stuff. Now, whether or not I'm full of shit, I'm okay with that. But for a lot of people, they think they need answers. Okay, so are we going to play zeros and ones, or are we going to play all the numbers? Are we going to play black and white, or are we going to play all the shades? Again, this is where they play the game of, let's condition society by saying, listen, do you see the glass half full, half empty? And then we're going to try to get them into one of those cubicles. Opposed to a wise child will turn around and say, can I talk about the table? Sure you can. Can I talk about the painting? Sure you can. Dom, can I talk about the fact that I actually don't see the words that I'm trying to describe it with you? Fucking right, you're a wise little one, aren't you? Where most people, they're asleep. I've actually talked to this thing called AI. I said, okay, what's 1 + 1? It'll tell me 2. I said, and 2 and 2 is what? It'll keep on saying over and over again 4. I said, when did I ever fucking say plus or equal? It can't even follow simple instructions. But then the reason why AI works, or what people call it, because the masses are so fucking dumbed down. So dumbed down. Fuck, the fact that we have to speak out loud and use written work, that tells us how dumbed down we are. Again, I'm acting like the fool right now at SBK by speaking.
No, it's okay. But
No, but
there are
I'm saying that to
certain,
myself. I'm saying that to
yeah.
myself because I realize if it's within oneself, when you're seeing those things in thoughts, then what I'm going to do after, it's called afterthoughts. I'm going to speak about it or written about it. Like, what does it do to the hemisphere when you start reading books from left to right or right to left? People never even ponder those things, but yet they
Yeah.
think they have answers.
Yeah. No, that makes a big difference. But yeah, that's, when I use AI, I do not use the microphone. This is not a person I'm going to be having conversations with. You know what I'm saying? It all has to be written down, and I want my answers or whatever written down as well. A lot of times, all that stuff gets documented as well. But I was going to say, I've also been researching something that, TML, and he talks about technology a lot. And I started looking into that. I found this word called over socialization, and it has to do with programming that we talk about. I'm really getting into that. I want to read more because I'm like, to be honest with you, I haven't read too many books in my life. Like probably maybe like, I don't know, if I include the ones where I went to school, maybe 40 or 50 or something.
Hello, this is Personal Loan Locator. Just giving you a real quick call in regards to the recent personal loan request you submitted. I have a couple alternative.
Not sure what that was about.
There you go. I muted the mic for you. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say this word over socialization. There's like different definitions for it, but we're all actually like being affected by it right now. It's sad, but it's true. And it has to do with propaganda and media, and especially now with, the newest medias, so to speak. But it's been around forever, but even more so now.
I think what happens is most people are in their masculine energy. But masculine energy is about action. It's about programmable. Most people are programmed. Now, when one gets into their feminine energy, wisdom energy, you're now able to become teachable. At that point, you're the student at that point. But for most people, what they'll do is the language we're regurgitating is a program. That's why we have TV programs, radio programs. These are all programs. You need them. You do need them for the basis of where we're at. But when people are regurgitating, most people are more or less scholars or scribes. They're telling you information that they either read about it or afterthoughts. So now at this particular point, when a person's in their feminine energy, you're going to be tapping into what's called the gut brain. At that point, you're going to be using words like insight, intelligent, intuitive. You're just not going to regurgitate those words. Humans more times not do that. And even the program called AI does the same thing. But it doesn't know how to tap beyond that. So when people are talking about programs, I say, yeah, you're in your masculine energy. You got to merge your feminine energy. They get caught up in what they call sex, or they think males and female. No, I'm talking about energy here. It's like air. We don't see air. Maybe some people do. But it's the energy. We're always in it. That's why it's called the breath of life. We need the breath of life, who we truly are. Forget about the human part. The human part just needs, other things. To abstain yourself into this form, you need food and water. Dare not fast long enough and realize, fuck, do I really need it that much? No, you've been a junkie the whole time. Now, people have preferences. So what I like to eat seafood. That's nice. I like to eat meat. That's nice. What, domestic or wild? I get it. People like to play this game, their diet. I said, okay, so where's your physical diet? I'm grasping, but what about your mental and emotional diet? What are you doing on a regular basis? And for a lot of people, they're not interested in that. I'm okay with that as long as they understand for themselves. Dom, I'm okay where I'm at. It's kind of like saying, okay, a person that's really kind, and that's their natural character, or they've made it that mold, and then they meet somebody that's not kind. And I would tell a person that's kind, I said, you're erring, not them. What do you mean? Would you want somebody to change your behavior? No. So then why the fuck are you trying to change theirs? That takes a lot of awareness on oneself. And even that, it's not really a lot of awareness, but enough to actually realize, So I've been what? Opinionated. Sure you have. Because most people don't realize we judge each other. And how they judge with each other, I like what you just said, Dom. That's a judgment. Yeah, but that's now you're trying to decipher what is positive and what is negative. You need both energies. I can't pedal my bike with one pedal. I've got to use both. If we're going to play this game, we should at least play with some awareness. Most people are aimless in their pursuit. I read this in a book. Okay, so who wrote the book? And when was it written? And when did you read it? Where was the moon and the sun? Well, Dom, that's just too much information, but you're so quick to fucking judge. At that point, I say, listen, you're a child. Why? You're not even ready to be a student yet. The student's within, not without. I get it. People can go out and say, listen, Dom, I've lived 70 years, I'm wise. Okay, so your wisdom comes from fucking being a diabetic and having a heart attack? Fuck. What about the guy that tries to avoid doing that? They could be grateful for the guy that chooses to put their hands on the stove, but the wisdom comes from observing, not just experiencing. Our lifespans are too short to experience everything in one lifespan. But yet they presented in the media, and it's how we perceive the media. Well, they're showing us how rich people are living. Yeah, okay, that's nice. They're showing us how poor people are living. Okay, that's nice. My question would be right after that. So how does that serve you to know that information? At that point, I would say to the person, I just gave you a toy. Go in your room and play with that for a while. And don't worry about the fact that you're 60 years old, because you're not 60 years old. Your vessel's 60 years old. Who you are is infinite. Back to what you were saying earlier, SBK, about the universe. Could we exist within the universe? Maybe. That was diarrhea of the mouth by me, by the way. Sorry about that, guys.
No, that's good. That's good. I just wanted to read real quick. I know this kind of, anyways, I just wanted to read real quick what over socialization is, because I'm sure there were some people who were like, what is this word? And like I said, there's different definitions. One of them is it's a term in sociology describing when an individual becomes excessively assimilated into societal norms and values, sacrificing their personal desires and autonomy in the process. That's one definition. And this starts from when we're children, actually.
Man, damn, my voice gave way. I found a bunch of pictures of when I used to go to the reservoir up here. I want to go up there and take some pictures and see how much things changed from the 80s. I haven't been up to the reservoir. Last time I went to look for wild mushrooms, and they booted us out, me and my friend. The water department came up to us and said, "Oh, you got to leave. This is private property." What? Since when? And we ended up leaving. I would have stayed, but I think the person I was with was on probation. But yeah, I don't know when it became private property, but I'm still going to go up there. I'm going to show people one of the reasons why they put a fucking data center right here. Well, the first reason is because of the land. The second reason is because it's right near the projects, right across the street from poor income housing and the project. And 3, because we have 4 reservoirs to keep their piece of shit data center cool. And 5, we got Democratic mayors that were sucking dick for that $1 billion. Now, I don't know if they were sucking dick, but I wouldn't doubt it. $1 billion.
Okay, Charles, Craig, SPK, I got to take off in a bit, but one question before I leave, Charles, and please continue after. When you read the definition of socialism or social behavior,
over socialization,
it would have to be somebody's interpretation. Have they already prejudged it? Because if people are being honest with the program, the self, they'd realize, oh, okay, I see all the advantages of being in that situation. Where other people, again, that's called behavior. Well, I can't say openly I actually agree with the system. Where other people will say, well, I just don't agree with it while they're in it. So again, when we take definitions, we should almost try to be indifferent when we're hearing these things, because a lot of people don't realize how much they've already judged things. So capitalism. Go ahead.
Yeah, this particular definition doesn't really, other than sacrificing your personal desires and autonomy in the process. I mean, it kind of reminds me of what you were saying earlier. Like, are you okay? Are you okay with this? You're okay? All right.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I bring to the table, where other people don't realize. Just because somebody gave me a definition is what I perceive of it. It's like capitalism. If people understand what capitalism is, and then understand what communism is, so I see how they feed off each other. But for people, they'll say, yeah, but I value democracy. I said, that's not what's running the economy. It's not
Right.
democracy and it's not religion. It's commerce. And most of us have given up that privilege because we go to somebody's grocery store,
Yes.
go to somebody's
Yes.
gas station. So at that point, it's delusional, and I'm not even saying it's an illusion, it's delusional to think that you're independent with it while you're in civilization. And if that person's honest with himself, say, Dom, I'm okay with it then. No problem, move along. You're not going to be one of those people that are going to bitch and complain or go around taking advantage of others. But this is what people do to each other.
My point of view is I'm in it. We're all in it. What can we do about it?
Be honest
you know,
about
what-
it. Be honest about it, because sometimes it has nothing to do with doing. It's just about being. Because obviously people are already doing it. People are going to go to work. People are going to actually raise kids, regardless if they say, "Okay, I don't agree with the formal schooling system." Okay, so at least become aware of how it's all interconnected.
Yeah.
Most people don't realize that they're already having their guns and their picks and forks, and they're going out to fight. But who are you fighting against? They make up enemies and not realizing, fuck, that gold and that enemy is within oneself. What do you mean? It's like me talking to a program. Okay, so if you're going to be my friend, you better fucking be prepared to be my enemy. And even that, I haven't even turned around and said, listen, I'm not interested in being your friend or your enemy because I like to be indifferent. Because I get it. I already participate in so many other things. But when I come online, this is what I'm doing. I'm chit-chatting with people. Now, they're going to tell me a lot about themselves. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But how can it be personal when people already come with an alias name? I can't take them with any sincerity. I find that humorous at best. Now, they say, but Dom, I don't want nobody to know who I am. I said, let me understand this. You're on fucking YouTube. You've given all your information to YouTube and you're fucking concerned about me? Fuck, you're asleep. Until people start actually putting their given name and their surname, they're not really being sincere about wanting change. What they do is, I want somebody else to do everything for me. So, okay, you don't want to live in your parents' basement, but you want to live upstairs because it's better Wi-Fi, but you want to let your parents live underneath. What the fuck? You're a child to me. Now, they might be all upset about that. I said, now you just revealed you're not even emotionally developed. Thank you. I don't need that information. And this is what they do. The ones that understand this, they'll take advantage of that information. I'm just sharing it. What other people do with it, that's on them.
Yeah.
But they'll make it about me. I said, there you go. You just figured it out. You're self-absorbed. I'm not saying you guys, but a lot of us do. We have those moments. We're self-absorbed, but yet we think we make it about other people. How does it serve to know whether or not a guy like fucking Bill Clinton or Ross Perot or fucking who other, Bill Gates or Elon Musk have $40 billion, $2 million?
Yeah.
How does it serve? It doesn't.
Yeah, it's over socialization. What you're describing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, good term.
We're all
I
part
love
of
it. And the fact that Muhammad
I love
did
this
TML.
Yeah.
But the only thing we could do is share. What people do with that information,
Right,
be
right.
with it, that's for
No,
them
you're
to
right.
figure.
Yeah.
Because the people that are running the show, whoever they may be, have spent an enormous amount of resources and energy from generation to generation just to get to this point. And at the same time, once you break a society, you got to maintain them. Forget about all these other people say, oh, I just realized there's an Illuminati, there's a fucking Agenda 2030, there's the G8. Yeah, well, you honestly think they're going to tell you everything what they do privately, publicly? No, fuck everything else, they'll distract us.
It's not all about money. It's about studying the people too and learning how they move and how they respond. And that's the biggest part.
Charles, it's about power. And the fact that the masses are bigger in number, that is power. But most of them give it away. So the elites understand that. So we better make sure we have this military, because they're not, if there's ever a revolution and people really start doing things, now you have chaos. And how would women and children exist in that chaos? It's always fun when I hear people talk about anarchy. I said, so how does that look like when a whole bunch of men can do whatever the fuck they want to a bunch of women, and when they get their fix with them, they start doing it to other men? That's usually spoiled little boys pretending what anarchy really is. They're not understand what monarchy really is. It's just rulership with kings and queens. And how do you get conditioned to think to give a needle a king? Programs. You know, I rarely hear people fucking truly challenge themselves. And when I do, it's nice to hear it. But regurgitating what other fucking people have talked about, I don't give a shit. It's Socrates, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever, wasted energy.
No, what I find interesting is having thoughts like there's a lot of the projects I do have to do with when I was younger and stuff. I came to my own conclusions back then, 80s.
You're an old being then. You're an old being then, SBK. You just tapped into things. Well done for you. But
yeah, now it's easier to like delve into them because of information technology and stuff.
Yeah, you're wielding that tool. It's like no different than somebody teaching somebody how to use a cutter of a machine of something. If you've been taught, and then you can use things, intuitively, maybe be more creative. But for most people, they've never been taught. They've been programmed, but they haven't been taught. This is a term I would use. There's a culture of people that have an old tradition. In that tradition, if it's not questioned or explained to the next generation, two things might occur. Either A, they're going to follow that tradition aimlessly, or it'll just die. For a lot of people, it dies. But you should be able to challenge the system, not challenge each other. That's wasted energy, because if you're going to challenge another person, you're going to have to know their story. And in this case, a true enemy will get to know who you are. To have one or two enemies in one lifetime, that's a fucking accomplishment. To have a few friends is an accomplishment. These people that are pretending to be enemies, get the fuck out of here. Push come to shove, they'll say, something, Dom, you're a wasted energy. I wish you had told me that at the beginning. Why? Because I knew that. It's always fun when people try to depictuate each other. I'm like, no, if that person truly knows who they are, just hear them out. If they want to be an idiot, let them be an idiot. Guys like Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, what's his name? Not Clinton, I keep fucking thinking all these different leaders. They're not even leaders. Trump, he's hoisted there.
1240.
Yeah, he's hoisted there. And for anybody to think, well, something, Dom, I don't know. So you're thinking then, okay, well then do your due diligence. There's a lot of information that's been written, so do your research. Forget about seeking, do your research. Go online, take it with a grain of salt. Most of that could be misled, but at the same time, at least you're doing your due diligence. But most people say, yeah, but I'll go to so-and-so's channel that had 100,000 subscribers. That's wasted fucking energy. First of all, anybody that goes online and fucking subscribes to somebody else, just prove that you're asleep. Why the fuck? Isn't that what the whole thing about religion and state is? Give me your vote. Can I count on your fucking subscribership? Can I count on you being a Catholic or a Christian? And give me emoji while you're doing it too. That just tells me that person's asleep. Now they might turn around and say, well, Don, but no, here's the excuse now. People that usually are asleep can justify and excuse their behaviors. But they're not challenged themselves. Say, yeah, Dom, I'm going to be the idiot. Now I'll sit back down. I don't have to eat any popcorn now. Why? Because you're not going to entertain me. You're going to be sharing things with me. Okay, I'm willing to hear. But I'm not here to judge other people. We do that already with ourselves. Anyway, guys, I got to go. And I apologize, SBK, if I over-interceded you. I get a little bit too passionate about this shit.
No, I appreciate it all, Dom. Thank you.
Man, I just walked halfway to the store just to turn around because I forgot my fucking money.
Oh,
thank you. Yeah, I was halfway to the store. I had to turn around.
Is that what the Z's mean? You were half asleep?
No.
Oh.
No, Dom was talking about people sleeping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like Dom. I love his vocabulary, his use of it, and being like knowing the words he's using and stuff very well. Just like Bex. That's why I'd love to hear Bex and Dom have a conversation. Language is interesting. It's easier to understand a language than speak it. You have many people who might understand English. They're not very good at speaking it. Excuse me. And it's kind of the same way with like an English speaker, let's say, and Bex is an English speaker. And even though I can't communicate using all those words, I know those words and I can keep up with what she's saying. But I myself could not do that, not in this present state. Yeah, a lot of smart people you got up here, Charles, including yourself. I think the last time I hopped on, you were maybe playing your music. And I didn't know you were an artist. And it sounded really fucking good. And that was the last time.
Thanks. Just give me 1 second. Trying to find
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
my card.
Beautiful day. See what it's gonna be like here. Ooh, it's gonna be really nice. I think it was yesterday. 97 was the high and 68 was the low. That's what, a 31-degree drop, something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Tammy. I love it. English is one of the easier languages to learn and get the basic understanding of how to communicate, read, and write. But then it gets like murky. There's a lot of it that is difficult to understand, especially like sayings or idioms or sayings, and just usage of words that are changing for one, quicker probably than other languages. But yeah, it's my third language. I can read okay. I can write all right. But you know, if you don't use it, you kind of lose it. That's what happened to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn German right now.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Just think
My
about
grandfather
yeah,
didn't stop speaking German when he was young, and now
yeah.
by the time he died, and I used to ask him in the '90s, how come you don't speak German? How come you didn't pass it down? We became Americanized.
Yeah. That happened to a lot of people, and their culture was kind of lost because you people came here and they still do to this day, don't speak at home or don't speak the language even at home. So at home you speak English, you know.
Spanish people, they
Yeah.
don't let their culture die. Polish people are the same way. My grandpa's Polish and my grandma is German.
Yeah, I speak Polish.
And
That's one of my
then my
languages.
father, I think my father's Lithuanian and Italian. My mother is German, Polish.
Hmm. Yeah, my kids. So I came from Europe. I came here. I actually learned Polish on the south side of Chicago in the Polish area there. I learned Polish so that I can learn English. And we spoke Polish at home at that point because my mom is Polish. And I was in this neighborhood where it was like little Poland. You know what I'm saying? It's Polish everything.
Yeah. That's what we got here. Little Poland.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of like grew up in that.
If you look at New Britain, Connecticut, there's little Puerto Rico, little Poland where German and Russian and Polish people live.
Yep.
So on
That's
and
awesome.
so forth.
And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the culture, like I married a Mexican girl. We have kids and they know a few words in Polish. They have nobody to speak it with really. They know Spanish more than they know. So my kids actually kind of know 2 languages and a tiny bit of a third one. But it didn't get passed down. You know what got passed down? The food, the dishes. That stuff we're making sure because that's some good shit.
I was mad our shit didn't get passed on. I felt left out. Like the food, some of the Polish food was passed down, but I don't know. It just seems like we became super Americanized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We're stuck.
that's kind of how it was, you know. Like even to this day, all my Polish friends who were born in Poland, their kids don't speak Polish. They know a little bit. They can get by here and there, but they're not fluent
Horrible.
speakers, you know.
That's
It
part of
just
their plan,
happens.
man.
It
That's part of
happens
the
in
plan.
America like that, yeah. But like you said, the Hispanic cultures, they keep their language alive, and they're a lot of big part of their culture and stuff.
They want us to forget who we are. That's all part of the indoctrination camps. They want people to call themselves American and forget all about your ancestors. They're gonna water us down through generations. It's like a genocide through generations in many ways, you know.
Yeah, they want us to all be like lemmings. They want us to be like all NPCs and all be the same. And like that over socialization thing, they want us thinking that we're making real choices when we've been programmed to make those choices, you know?
Right. That's why I said in my rhyme, damn, how'd I put it in that television? I said, damn, the illusion. It's something about the illusion of, fuck, I forgot what I said. But basically, people are an illusion that they're making their own fucking choices.
Yeah. Yep. I think I think Dom kind of said something about that too. In a little bit.
They'd be like, you can go to the, like everything is a choice by them. Like, it's like, you know,
The illusion
what
of
do you
choice.
want to
Yeah.
do? You got to pick A through M, right? Those are your only choices. The illusion of choice. Huh. Yeah. The greatest country in the world. We got the most people with cancer, the most homeless, the most hungry, the country with the least jobs. All our jobs got sold to overseas people. We got the most shittiest lying politicians that lie and steal our tax money. Is it even our tax money at this point? It's supposed to go into our country, but it don't. When people say we're the best country, the freest country, I can't help but to laugh my ass off. No, I'm not like these far lefts, man. I'm not gonna, burn no flags. I mean, even though it's just a piece of cloth, but out of respect for my grandfather and stuff, he would fucking have a stroke if he seen me do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love
would
the
never
people in
do
the
that.
country.
I might think about it, but I would never do it.
I hate politicians. That's a strong word, hate. Police, politicians, to me, it just can't be trusted, period. You know,
Who was it? Mark Twain or somebody who said something to the effect of, if voting mattered or counted, they wouldn't let us do it.
Mark Twain from where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's from the city that I live in, Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford is the heart of the state. But so was what's his name? I just found this out that what's that scumbag's name? Fuck. J.P. Morgan. He's also from Connecticut, Hartford. A lot of Masons are. We had so many chances, man. Like, I don't know. It don't even matter, man. I'm to the point where I just don't even care to share my opinions no more. You know, I'm very careful about what I say now.
Yeah.
After seeing a bunch of cases and the police literally knew what this chick, like, if you're gonna do anything, you best get a phone with a fake name, a fake account. You better be able to smash it and throw it away. Never keep, if you're gonna, even if you're looking up certain things that you don't want tied in, get a fake phone. It's worth it. Put a fake name. Just saying. Because everything you do is being tracked. The police will know what you looked up, what time, how long you were looking at it, fucking where you went, what you bought. They'll have you on every camera going there and from. They'll know what route you took, how many steps.
Like people look at China and they're like, "Oh, look at China! They got this score system and there's cameras everywhere and blah 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 blah." We got the same shit here.
Yeah. Because people in the 90s, I always say this, in the 90s, none of this, we would have ripped all these cameras down. We would beat the police up. Crooked police would get their ass whooped back in the day. But nowadays, the Patriot Act was the war on the people. People say, "Oh, the drugs in the communities." Yeah, but who put the drugs there? This country's fucked, regardless. It's for your own safety, guys.
Yeah,
even
it's getting scary.
Even Tesla's cars.
Yeah, it's horrible if humans have to be careful what they say. That reminds me of the country I was born in. You know, it was socialist, communist Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, nobody wants to do nothing about it. People are so comfortable with their material trash that they're scared
over
to
socialization.
stand up.
Yes.
Fuck these toys. I'm so glad I grew up in a generation that had none of this shit. Because I don't even give a fuck. It's all gone. They don't want to feed Chuck, I'll fucking take that shit. While dummies wait in line at a fucking FEMA camp, I'll fucking kick someone in the head and take their sandwich. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that to a civilian. Meaning, you know, I don't. It would have to be an employer of that place. But anyway, this is what it's coming to, man. Like, I even think that thing that happened on the bus to that alleged Ukraine girl, I think that was fake too, man. Just like the Charlie Kirk situation was fake too.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks ago, I seen footage, and they were showing how the chair went through the table. I seen that a couple weeks ago. I said, what? Then I thought, well, when did this video come out? Did someone like fuck with the footage?
Right.
But yeah,
that's a
the
good question.
chair went through the table for sure.
Yeah, I found so many anomalies, and I cataloged them, and I have all this video, all this information, and I was going to work with AI on it because, like, ChatGPT can analyze video and pictures, so like it can zoom in and it can do like what some other programs would do. But anyways, so yeah, I was analyzing it with AI, and I was going to put a whole production together, you know, put it all together and like post a video or go live or something. And then I'm just like, but why? Like, what's it going to do? What's it going to change? You know, nobody's going to watch it for one. Like, I might get 10 views, you know, and it goes back to, it's kind of part of this over socialization thing where I'm thinking I'm going to get something out of it by going online and getting some validation from other people. Oh, look, Keith figured it out, you know, and I'm not looking to do that.
Validation from you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care. I used to want validation from other people a long time ago, but then I realized, what does that even matter?
exactly. So I didn't want to do it for that reason, because I'm just like feeding back into the system. But the cool part is I hop on here and I don't even have to show you what I came up with. You already know. You came
Oh
to your
yeah.
own conclusions and said it's fake. And I'm like, heck yeah. I didn't have to
I
make a
come on
video.
I come on here to basically speak to other people and just see where they're at. That's for the most part.
Hmm.
So hot out here. I gotta jump off here in a minute.
All right.
I gotta do the shopping and then I gotta fucking hit the music up.
Heck yeah.
I don't got to, I have to get my verse done. And I already started writing another song.
Sweet.
So I'm like a month behind. I know they're fucking pissed. They're drop and hurricane. They're probably like, what the heck, Chuck?
Yeah. You were just busy
Taking
or something,
forever.
huh?
Yeah, but work.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You know. These bananas aren't even ripe.
Watch out for the
Oh,
gnats.
I know. It pisses me off. These fucking gnats is ridiculous. Like, man, I wonder if they're still over here by the onion. There were so many gnats, at least 7,000 of them. At least. Oh, I love strawberries, man.
Yeah, the thing with the gnats is you got to find where they're coming from, or they're gonna keep making more of them. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got to cut.
and that's
You
the
got to.
problem.
It's easy. Like when I was growing weed, it was coming from the soil. So there's this stuff you get, the sand, diatomaceous earth, and you plug up. You basically put that around the soil, and the little babies they die before they can fly, become gnats. So or larvae or whatever it's called. So I'm thinking that's what you got. You got to find out where the source is and fucking put a stop to it there. And then the ones that are still flying around, you would have to like your stickers or whatever else you were using. Yeah, you got to stop
Yeah,
them breeding. I'm sure
yeah, I
you'll
gotta
find out.
stop. Cause there is only like 7 of them. Now there's like fucking 1,000 of them. I don't know how they multiply so quick. Cause I clean everything up. I never leave dishes. You know, I cover the garbage. I cover the litter box, like any possible avenue. But they still somehow fucking multiply. Weird. These fuckers are worse than roaches. But yeah, let me jump off here. How long have I been going? Oops.
2 hours.
I've been going 2 hours.
All right.
Perfect.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on. I'll catch you later.
Anytime. Thank you for coming up.
Have
Have
a
a
good
good day.
You too, man.
And thanks to everyone else in the chat. Hold on. I'm trying to find some good cheese so I could get food. The pupae cheese, I heard it's real bad for you, but oh well. What isn't? Peace in the chat. Appreciate you all. I'll check you guys out later. I should have new music coming out tonight or tomorrow. As soon as I get home, that's what I'm working on. So I can get this done. But take care, everyone, and have a great afternoon, night, morning, wherever you're at. May peace be upon